In this experiment, we will determine the heat of combustion for propanol using the method of calorimetry. Calorimetry is a technique used to measure the amount of heat involved in a chemical or physical reaction. These are the materials that you will need: a retort stand, a copper calorimeter, a spirit burner end cap, 9 aluminium sheets, a temperature probe, a ceramic tile, 2 measuring cylinders, an electronic balance, a box of matches, propanol, and a liter of water. First, weigh the calorimeter and record the weight. The mass of the empty calorimeter is 68.46 grams. Use a measuring cylinder to pour 50 ml of water into the calorimeter. Weigh the calorimeter and the water and record the mass. The mass of the calorimeter and the water is 115.75 grams. We can calculate the mass of the water by subtracting the mass of the empty calorimeter. The mass of the water is 47.29 grams. Now we'll set up the retort stand so it's ready to go. Allow the clamp to hold the calorimeter. Now use a measuring cylinder to pour 30 ml of propanol into the spirit burner. Weigh and record the mass of the spirit burner and the propanol. The initial mass of the burner and the alcohol is 200.22 grams. Place the spirit burner under the calorimeter, allowing for a 2 cm space between the wick of the spirit burner and the base of the calorimeter. Use aluminium foil to cover the water sample of the calorimeter and wrap it around the sides of the calorimeter to help insulate it from heat loss. Pierce a hole into the middle of the aluminium foil. Place the temperature probe carefully through the aluminium foil and clamp the temperature probe so that the bulb is approximately in the middle of the water. Record the initial temperature. The initial temperature is 20.6 degrees. Light the spirit burner and wait until the water temperature has risen by about 35 degrees. The final temperature is 56.4 degrees. To determine the temperature rise, we can subtract the initial temperature from the final temperature. The temperature rise is 35.8 degrees. Wait until the spirit burner has cooled. Weigh and record the mass of the spirit burner and the remaining propanol. The final mass of the burner and the alcohol is 199.62 grams. To determine the mass of propanol that has undergone combustion, we can subtract the final mass from the initial mass of the spirit burner and the alcohol. The mass of the alcohol combusted is 0.59 grams. Now we can start on the second propanol trial. The empty calorimeter weighs 68.50 grams. The mass of the calorimeter and the water is 115.12 grams. The mass of the water is 46.62 grams. The initial mass of the burner and the alcohol is 203.05 grams. The initial temperature is 20.1 degrees. The final temperature is 56 degrees. The temperature rise is 35.9 degrees. The final mass of the burner and the alcohol is 202.47 grams. The alcohol combusted is 0.58 grams. The mass of the empty calorimeter is 68.60 grams. The mass of the calorimeter and the water is 115.94 grams. The mass of the water is 47.48 grams. The initial mass of the burner and the alcohol is 204.96 grams. The initial temperature is 20 degrees. The final temperature is 56 degrees. The temperature rise is 36 degrees. The final mass of the burner and the alcohol is 204.40 grams. The mass of the alcohol combusted is 0.56 grams.